today we are going to learn the balance portion of our lesson. What if it finishes? What if it finishes? Yes, we know that the fossil fuels are going to finish. What we have to do? Yes, we have to. The only problem, only solution for what? For saving petrol, diesel, or that means for saving the petroleum products. That is the only solution for only solution to what overcome that means to overcome the availability or the use of or the scarcity of petrol and diesel. Okay, today I think all of you learned very well in the about the previous portions. Then today we are going to start a new balance or newer balance portion of our lesson. Okay. Then what are things we discussed in the previous class? Yes, we discussed about what? We discussed about fossil fuels. We know that fossil fuels are what? Fossil fuels are the dead and decaying or the remainings of plants and animals of thousands years ago. It is get from the underground of the earth or through mining process we take out the fossil fuels or petroleum from the earth. Okay, that all things we know or we all learned in the previous class. Okay, then next one, we instead of petrol and diesel, what we use today? Today we know that some advertisements are we see on TVs, newspaper, etc. That means this on the help of CNG. The vehicles run on the road. That means CNG is compressed natural gas. It is also limited in quantity. That means the compressed natural gas also get from the deep of earth. Next is some questions given in your textbook, page number 114. Page number 114. Okay, I started thinking about saving oil. Because we know that the non-renewable resources cannot be make it easily within a short period of time. It takes a long period of time for the formation of fossil fuels. Okay. Then I remembered that sometimes Baba keeps the engine of the tractor on while doing something else. At times the pump in the field is also left on. How much oil would be going waste? I thought I will surely talk to Baba when I get home. In that time, the students inside the wall heard about what they heard about the shortage of fossil fuels. In that time, one of the student in the one think about her Baba, that means her father is a farmer. He worked with the tractor in the field. So at that time, his father always on this tractor or always switch on the engine of tractor. So due to this, there is a wastage of oil is taken place. So he decided to inform her father about the wastage of petrol or diesel, and there is no availability of petrol and diesel is present into the next generation. So we should carefully use the petrol and diesel for us, and also we should keep it or we should save it for the next generation. Okay, next one, some questions. What all can vehicles run on? What all can vehicles run on? The vehicles run on petrol, diesel. Vehicles run on petrol, diesel, then CNG, we know that compressed natural gas, then LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, that is cooking gas, then then battery and the solar energy. Battery and some vehicles run on battery and solar energy and solar energy. Okay, some vehicles run on the road with petrol, diesel, CNG, LPG, then battery and solar energy with the help of petrol, diesel, CNG, LPG, battery and solar energy. Okay, next question. What kinds of problems will we face if the number of vehicles keep on increasing? We know that the number of vehicles is increasing. What happened? Number of vehicles increasing. Number of vehicles increasing. What happened? Number of vehicles if the number of vehicles increasing, what happened? Yes, we know that the availability, or there is a whether we should face the scarcity of fossil fuels. For scarcity of fuels we should face. Scarcity of fuels is arise due to what? Due to the number of vehicles increased. Due to the increasing number of vehicles, there is scarcity of fuels is arised. Okay. Then, for example, more traffic on the road, and also the scarcity of fuels also arise, and also if the number of vehicles increasing, there is number of accidents also increase. Number of accidents also increase. Number of accidents also increase. Then accidents increase. Then what are things increase? Then air pollution. Accidents, air pollution. Then noise pollution, air pollution, noise pollution. Number of accident increase, air pollution increase, noise pollution increase. Then traffic also increased. Increased traffic. Okay, traffic also increased. Then what we do? Yes, Manju said that. Why doesn't everyone use a bus? What do you think? Why don't people travel by bus? Yes, we know that in our society we can see three type of peoples. Poor people, middle class peoples and high class people. The poor people prefer always bicycle or bicycle. For what purpose they always choose bicycle for travel? Yes, to save money. Then the rich people always use car, bikes, then what? Car, bikes, etc. for their travel purpose, because for their convenience. It is used for their convenience. So if in a house we know that there are 4 members present, the 4 members have their own vehicles for travel. So each vehicles need fuel for run. So there is also increased the usage of fuels. So it also causes the scarcity of fuels, and also there is traffic increase, and also there is the accidents increase, and air pollution increase, and also noise pollution also increase. So we can categorize the people who live in our society into 3 categories. First of all, poor people, rich people and middle class people. We know that the poor people always prefer which vehicle for travel? Yes, we know that bicycle. Otherwise, they walk on they walk for one place to another. Okay, because they are, why they prefer the bicycle for travel? Yes, we know that to save money, to save money. Then the rich people use car, then bike, etc. for their convenience, and also they have lots of money for to spend or to buy petrol and diesel. We know that petrol and diesel have a high rate because it is the availability of petrol and diesels decreased day by day by the overuse or by the overuse. So we know that the rich people always use car, bike for their convenience. Okay, then next suggest some ways to deal with the problems arising out of the growing number of vehicles. Suggest some ways to deal with the problems arising out of the growing number of vehicles. We know that for reducing what problems arising out of the growing number of vehicles, the people should prefer public transport. The people should prefer, what are things the people should prefer? Yes, they should prefer public transport for travel. People should prefer what? Yes, public transport. Then like bus, train or metro train, etc. People should first way to reduce the problems arising out of the growing number of vehicles. First one, people should prefer public transport. People should prefer public transport like bus, train, metro train, etc. Metro train, etc. Then next one, people should sharing car with colleagues. 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 Okay, these methods we should prefer for reducing the problems arising out of the growing number of vehicles. Next question. What are the benefits if we switch off the engine of the vehicles at the red light on the road? We know that during the traffic, we know that there is a red signal given to stop the vehicle. At that time we should switch off the engine of the vehicles at the red light on the road. What is the benefit of doing it? Yes, we know that it will help to save fuel. And also yes, it cause less pollution, and also it cause less pollution through if we switch off the engine of the vehicles at the red signal, at the red light on the road, then it will help to save the fuel. And also it causes less pollution, and also it causes less pollution. Okay, all of you understood? Then we know that the vehicles run on the road with the help of fossil fuels or petroleum, like petrol, diesel, CNG, LPG, battery, even solar energy. And also we know that except solar energy, other sources of fuels are decreased day by day by the overuse. We know that, and also we know how to we know the human beings cannot make the fuels again and again within a short period of time. For the formation of the fuels, it takes a long period of time. It takes a long period of time. And also we know that the number of vehicles are also increased day by day. The number of vehicles are also increased day by day. Due to the increasing number of vehicles, there are lots of problems arise. That is increased number of accidents, then increased number of number of accidents, then increased air pollution, then increased noise pollution, then increased traffic. The traffic also increased due to the number of vehicles increasing. Okay, and also the scarcity of the availability of fuels also decreased due to the increasing number of vehicles. Okay, then we know that before this, the number of vehicles increasing day by day, then which ways we should prefer for reducing the problems, or reducing the problems arising out of the growing number of vehicles. For reducing it, we should prefer the people, that means we should prefer the public transport like a bus, car, train, metro train, etc. for travel. Then it also helpful for saving fuels. And also next one, people should sharing their cars with the colleagues. Sharing their car with the colleagues. It also very helpful for saving fuels. It is also very helpful for saving fuels. Okay, next one, find out and rate. Find out and rate. Right. Another question, this is given in your textbook, that is how much oil scooter, car, tractor. That means how much petrol or diesel can be filled at a time in a scooter, then car, then a tractor. Okay, all of you listen. Okay, we know that for a scooter, car, then tractor. Scooter, car, then tractor. Then here we know that the scooter can be filled at a time 10 liter fuel. Then the car can be filled with the fuel at a time 40 to 60 liter. 40 to 60 liter fuel at a time. The tractor can be filled 40 to 50. So 40 to 60, 40 to 50 liter. 40 to 50 liter fuel at a time. The scooter can be filled with a 10 liter fuel at a time. The car can be filled 40 to 60 liter fuel at a time. The tractor can be filled with 40 to 50 liter fuel at a time. Okay, how far can it go on 1 liter of petrol? How far can it go on 1 liter of petrol? In a 1 liter of petrol, the scooter can go 40 to 50 kilometers. 1 liter petrol. 1 liter petrol. That means 1 liter fuel. With the 1 liter fuel, the scooter can go 40 to 50 kilometers. 40 to 50 kilometers in 1 liter fuel. Then by the car can travel 15 to 20 kilometers. 15 to 20 kilometers with the 1 liter fuel. With the 1 liter fuel, a car can travel 15 to 20 kilometers. 15 to 20 kilometers. Then a tractor can travel 10 to 12 kilometers. 10 to 12 kilometers with the 1 liter fuel. With the 1 liter fuel. So we know that if each vehicles need how much amount of fuels need to fill, then we know that the scooter need 10 liter fuel, then a car need 40 to 60 liter, maximum 40 to 60 liter fuel can can be filled at a time. Then a tractor can 40 to 50 liter. Then a tractor can be travel 10 to 20 kilometer with a 1 liter fuel. With a 1 liter fuel. Then a car can travel 15 to 20 kilometer. Then with a 1 liter fuel. Then a scooter can travel 40 to 50 kilometer with a 1 liter fuel. So from this we can analyze that. Yes, we know that. Then a scooter can travel more kilometer with the 1 liter fuel. With the 1 liter fuel. Then next, then what? 15 to 20 kilometer. 15 to 20 kilometer. Yes, car can travel. Then tractor 10 to 12 kilometer. 20 kilometer. A tractor can travel. So if the engine of scooter, car and a tractor if it's switched off during red light signal on the traffic, what happens? We can save the fuel. We can save the fuel. We can save fuel. Okay, all of you understood? Then the rates of petrol are different in each city. We know that the rate of petrol are different in each city because we know that why the rate of petrol and diesel, the fuel are different in each city. We know that its availability, on the basis of its availability. Then the rates of petrol and diesel in Delhi are given here. Look at the table and answer the questions. Then the rate of petrol, diesel in Delhi city is given. First one, petrol rate of 1 liter in 2002 October rupees 29 rupee 91 paise. Then rate of 1 liter in 2007 43 rupee 52 paise. Then rate of 1 liter in 2014 67 rupees 86 paise. So we know that from the 2000, 2002, 2007, 2014 from the India increased and also the rate of petrol is also going to increase. So we know that why the rate of petrol increased day by day. Then we know that the availability of petrol is reducing day by day, reduced day by day. Then the next diesel. Diesel also, rate of 1 liter diesel in 2002 is 80 rupee 91 paise. Rate of 1 liter diesel in 2007, that is 30 rupee 48 paise. Then rate of 1 liter in 2014, that is 58 paise, 58 rupee 97 paise. From this also we can see that the rate of diesel increased year by year. It is also due to the availability, the scarcity of, if we face the scarcity of what? Scarcity of diesel. So some questions given below with what on the basis of the column, that means on the basis of the rate of petrol and diesel on the city Delhi. First question, in 2014 as compared to 2007, the rate of petrol went up by dash rupees. That means 2014 as compared to 2007, what yes, then 67 minus 43, that means 7 minus 3, 7, 4, 2, 24 rupees increased per year. In between, compared with 2014 and 2007, 24 rupees yes, increased. 24 rupees increased. The rate of diesel increased by rate of diesel also increased. That means 58 minus 30. 58 minus 30. 8. Yes, 2. That also 28. That means from this we can say that the diesel rate of diesel also increased from 2007 to 2014. Okay, then in your textbook page number 115, find out, some questions are also given. What is the price of petrol and diesel in your area? We know that in the present day we know that the rate of petrol and diesel increased day by day. So around it is related with the 100, that means around 90 something, 98 something. Okay, the rate of petrol and diesel in our area. Then why are the prices of petrol and diesel going up? Why are the prices of petrol and diesel going up? We know that the production of petrol and diesel is limited and the consumption is increasing day by day. Due to this, we know that the rate of prices of petrol and diesel were increased or going up. Okay. Then in one month, how much petrol and diesel is used in your home? What is it used for? We know that in 1 month, we know that in each houses they all, if they travel more, they use more fuel for their traveling purpose. Okay. Then in the next page, one poster is given. Poster is given. Where am I used? Where am I? Save fuel, make it a habit. Save fuel, make it a habit. Fuel saving is make it a habit. Then first one we can see for dry cleaning, for lighting, as petrol, diesel or aeroplane fuel. Then as kerosene and LPG to run machines, for making plastic and paints. We know that for dry cleaning, what we do? For dry cleaning, we use what? Yes, we use what? We use washing machines. Washing machines for what? For dry cleaning. And that way we use more electricity. More electricity for the working of that machine. Then for lighting, we know that in our house we use more color bulbs, etc. More, our house is also filled with more lighting. Due to this, there is also wastage of electricity is taken place. Then if we use the lighting for yes, here in the picture we use kerosene lamp. For this we know that there is also kerosene. Kerosene is also limited in quantity. So there we should careful about it also. As petrol, diesel or aeroplane fuel, that is also limited in quantity. Their production is limited. So why? So due to this we should limit its usage. Then as kerosene and LPG, we know that for lighting, for cooking we use kerosene and also we use LPG, that means cooking gas, that is liquefied petroleum gas is also used for cooking purpose. So it is also, the production is limited and we should save the gas. To run machines we use generator. We know that for the working of generator what need is kerosene or petrol, it is needed. So if we overuse the working of generator, there is also the wastage of fuels takes place. Then for making plastic and paints, we know that then in production of plastic is increased day by day. Due to this, then plastic and paint are also produced with the help of petroleum products. So the production of plastic and paints also reduced the production of reduced the limited quantity or reduced the availability of fossil fuels. Then some questions given. See the poster and write where all is oil used. Then fossil fuels. Oil is used for cleaning, as fuel for automobiles, then airplanes, then kerosene and LPG to run machines and for making plastic and paints. These all purposes we use oils. For what purposes we use oils? We use for dry cleaning, then for lighting, then for running aeroplane, then automobiles, and we use kerosene and LPG to run machines, and also we use for cooking purpose, and for making plastic and paints we use these we use these oils. Where is diesel used? Find out. Where is the diesel used? Where is diesel used? Petrol and diesels are used in different vehicles. The diesel used in car, buses, truck, tractor, train and generator. Car, buses, tractor, truck and generator. In these vehicles use what? Diesel. Okay students, let's wind up the class. I think all of you understood about where is the fossil fuels are used, then why the availability of fossil fuels reduced day by day. Okay, all of you read your text more and more times. It's a very important lesson. So in our next generation or in our future, we will face this problem. Okay, students, thank you.